Imagine a single photograph turning an ordinary teenager into a global enigma. That's exactly what happened to Pedro Elias Garzon Delvaux, the 15-year-old French boy who became the internet's Fedora Man overnight. But here's where it gets fascinating. When Pedro saw the Associated Press photo of himself at the Louvre, taken on the very day of a daring crown jewels heist, he didn't rush to claim his newfound fame. Instead, this young fan of Sherlock Holmes and Hercule Poirot, who lives with his family in the quaint town of Rambouillet just outside Paris, decided to let the mystery unfold. Why? Because, as he explains, with this photo, there is a mystery, so you have to make it last. The image itself is a striking contrast. 3 police officers guarding a Louvre entrance after the heist, and to the side, a sharply dressed figure in a 3-piece suit and fedora, striding past like a character straight out of a film noir. The internet went wild. Was he a detective? An insider? A Netflix character? Or, as many speculated, an AI-generated fake? Pedro's timeless style, inspired by 20th-century elegance, only fueled the speculation. "I like to be chic," he says, revealing that this isn't a costume but his everyday look, though the fedora is reserved for special occasions like museum visits. And this is the part most people miss. Pedro's connection to art and history runs deep. His mother, Félicité Garzon Delvaux, grew up in an 18th-century museum palace, and she's instilled in him a love for museums and exhibits. "Art and museums are living spaces," she says. "Life without art is not life." So when millions projected stories onto that single frame of him at the Louvre, Pedro understood the power of imagery and let the myth grow. But here's the twist. Pedro didn't even know the photo existed until an acquaintance messaged him days later. "She told me there were 5 million views," he recalls. "I was a bit surprised." Soon, his mother called to say he was in the New York Times, and messages poured in from relatives in Colombia, friends in Austria, and classmates. People said, "You've become a star," he says, still astonished by how quickly one photo can go viral. Now, here's where it gets controversial. Pedro embraces the idea that an unusual crime calls for an unusual detective. "When something unusual happens, you don't imagine a normal detective," he says. "You imagine someone different." But does his elegant, old-school style truly make him a detective material, or is it just a coincidence? And what does it say about our fascination with mystery and nostalgia in a hypermodern world? Is Pedro just a teenager who happened to be in the right place at the right time, or is there something more to his story? Let us know what you think in the comments. This is one mystery that's still open for debate.